Season 4 is getting a little bit crazy, and honestly, I'm not convinced that everyone's not gonna die. Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions. I am thrilled to continue this season. There's 4 key narrative thrusts this season across Earth, Mars, the Belt, and of course, Ilus. And oh man, it's all so interesting, and they're doing a really good job of trying to balance out these stories and give us the right bits of story and continuation at the right time. And so I'm hoping and expecting this week to continue the 2 parts that at this moment I'm most invested in, and that does change from episode to episode, I feel like. But the thing I'm most invested in right now is the rising tension between Holden and Murtry, assuming they're all still alive, and the pending election and everything Ava Sarala is working towards and preparing for. We got a glimpse of her last week, but we didn't really continue that storyline other than to say that everyone seems to have lost communication with Ilus, which really continues the storyline on Ilus. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I just can't imagine how they get out of this. But they will, right? Some of them. Most of them? I'm excited to find out. Thank you for being here and watching with me. This channel is completely supported by memberships, and so I want to thank all of my members, whether you're on casualnerdreactions.com, on Patreon, or here as a YouTube channel member. You are the reason I'm able to continue creating this content, so I want to thank you so much. If you're interested in becoming a member, check out casualnerdreactions.com for all the information you would need. You can support me there. You can get 2 months early access to these YouTube videos, or you can even add full episode reactions where you can watch the whole episode with me and not miss a moment of the reaction. You just need your own copy of the episode to watch along. Check it out if you want to, but of course the best way to support is always just to be here on YouTube and to hang out and watch these videos. So thank you so much for being here. Let's experience this episode for the very first time. I've got my seatbelt, metaphorically speaking, fastened, and I think I'm ready for whatever this show is going to throw at us today. Lots of flooding, as expected, but are we alive? We're not going to speak to quality of life necessarily, but evidence of life is good. Wonder how long we'll have to stay down here, and how long before Murtry decides to kill all the Belters, or at least some of them. She's checking out potential infections. Hey.
There's enough for all of us.
I really like her character.
RC and the Belters set up separate camps, so not much has really changed down here.
Except they're gonna hate each other even more.
Scopes are still showing an ocean sitting on top of you.
Nowhere at all for us to go?
Not unless you manage to bag a boat.
Oh, they did not.
So how long until we get back to the surface?
Not for a couple of days at least.
Frick.
Sounds like we're gonna be down here for a while then.
Yep, couple of days at least.
I run the calculations on the barb's orbital decay rate. They have...
Maybe a few more days before they fall out of orbit.
I need to come up with something fast.
We only have enough water purification tablets to last a day, maybe 2.
Oh, frick. We're in trouble.
So we're all just still at the mercy of you and your invisible friend.
Also, Miller's not been around. Maybe he's here now. What is this? What do you sense?
It's in both eyes?
It was in my left eye, but there's some in my right eye as well. Some kind of outbreak.
I wouldn't call it that.
I might.
It's more like an allergic reaction. Antihistamine compound should clear it up. But I need to check everyone first to be sure.
She's doing a great job of keeping people calm. I'm wondering how truthful all that is.
Purifiers are at 100%, and we have 4.5 cases of emergency rations.
Good. I still want everyone on 1 food and water ration per day until we know more. Belters are going to run out of food before us, and when they do, they're going to act desperate, so we need to be ready.
Oh, it's gonna get messy.
2 days.
There has to be something we can do.
Our best guess is that this perimeter of moons is the boundary for this fusion shutdown. We just won't know until we're outside of them.
The barb won't make it that far on battery power.
If we got it, we're gonna offload your daughter and everyone else onto the Rossi. Nobody on the barb is gonna go down with that ship.
If we lose the lithium ore that we mine, we may as well be dead. No way to rebuild the colony.
We're doing everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen.
The OPA leadership failed me, and I in turn failed the people of this planet by not putting a high enough priority on bringing these terrorists to justice. I sound incompetent. I wouldn't vote for me.
We couldn't wait to comment on the incident until we had someone in custody, not after the way the debate ended.
I thought you came across as honest and open, ma'am.
Do you know who else is honest and open? The person who says nothing when nobody asks a question.
We just got the new poll numbers.
It's gonna be bad.
Gao is within 3 points.
It could have been a lot worse.
Get the out, both of you.
I actually expected it to be worse, but it's not over yet. We're still in this.
Firing them this close to the election will only do more harm.
To whom? They just made me admit I was weak. I should have trusted my judgment.
You were honest with the people. There's no bad judgment there.
So when there's another heiress and our planet is burning, at least we did the right thing.
I don't like to see you like this.
It's hard.
You wanted to be a part of this campaign.
Now we know I'm not infallible.
It's going great.
How certain are we that the OPA information is valid?
We have high confidence in our source.
Marco Inarus is looking to make a name for himself, and now he has.
The deep cover asset in the belt intercepted this broadcast.
Is Marco still aboard the freighter?
Whoever got on hasn't gotten off.
What are our options?
On your order, the Raskolnikov can destroy the freighter with a missile strike in a matter of
Don't do
minutes.
that.
There better be another option.
A tactical marine strike.
There we go.
Collateral damage will be low, but our own risk of casualties still exists.
But is there a chance we would be able to capture Marco alive?
Yes, ma'am, but a very low one.
If we could put this terrorist on trial, we could make an example out of him for any other Belters looking to prey upon the colony ships at the blockade.
Yeah.
I want both strike options on the table. You said your ghost friend has been turning on these ancient machines here.
Yeah, unless we can shut them off, I don't think we'll get our fusion drives back online.
Is there anything my people can do? Nobody wins if we all die.
Unless Miller comes back, I don't think there's anything I can do.
We're dealing with something beyond our knowledge and understanding.
I have bad news.
Oh, frick.
Seems to be contagious.
It's not the only thing.
Great choice of words.
I've examined nearly everyone here. We are all infected. I still need to check you. Sit down.
You told me it was an allergy.
That's what I've been telling everyone. I don't want to start a panic. The truth is, single-cell microorganisms native to this planet are making a home in our eyes.
Great.
They're eating away at our eyes.
Yes, they probably will end up eating away at our eyes.
Frick.
So what can you do?
Right now, nothing. Let me try again.
He's clean. That's something.
Until people start going blind.
They already are.
Mercher's worried
Maybe
about
a day.
himself, naturally.
Day? That's all?
A
Why is
day?
it suddenly happening now?
These things like salt water. That flood probably acted like a great big exposure event. Everything is going to spread more easily.
I wonder if it has to do with his previous exposure to radiation.
Everyone's infected, but him.
Oh, great.
Does this maybe have something to do with your alien ghost friend?
It couldn't.
Maybe.
It's only a transmission in my head.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Curing this is our main priority now. All of our safety depends on it.
He says, I don't want to go blind as he looks at her through green spots. I think he might even consider sharing resources to avoid going blind. Amos too. Noticing, too, that everyone seems to be...
Why are you sitting all by yourself?
Me dad went looking for me, Mom. They never came back.
Your parents made sure you made it, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
What happened to your eyes?
Green stuff got in them.
Yeah, I've been seeing green spots, too. Hey, you see that pretty lady over there?
Everything's green.
Amos's most interesting quality is the way he always interacts and protects children. He's the best.
Don't worry. I'll see for the both of us.
Thief! He not do nothing! He tried to steal our water! Stand down! What? He was trying to steal... Stand the down!
Huh. Interesting. He diffused that situation, gave him the water.
At some point, you know, we're gonna have to kill some of these people.
And things like this, that's what always happens.
Question is, where will Amos be? On what side of the killing? Trying to stop it? Just letting it happen? I know he's not gonna just start killing him with him. He'll protect that little boy.
I thought I'd be doing stuff like this in university sims. Not for real in orbit.
Trust me, this is a better education than any university could give you.
You sound like my mother.
For what it's worth, my mother hates herself for what she did. I don't believe she ever wanted to hurt anyone.
Ilus is her dream, not mine.
Your mother's been caring for you even since before you were born.
She wants you to go and chase your dreams. That's all any mother ever wants.
But she's scared that you'll make a mistake.
She won't be able to protect you.
None of that really matters anymore.
All of these sedatives and painkillers from the first aid kits in the camp. When people realize they can't see anymore, saying keep calm and carry on is probably not going to be enough.
You don't think you'll find a treatment before then?
Not unless I can find the reason that you seem to be immune. You're being given knowledge and answers that humans have only dreamt about.
I've also been given horrific nightmares and visions of death I can never unsee.
To me, that sounds like an acceptable trade-off.
True. Oof.
I have traveled billions of kilometers to be the first exobiologist to study the most basic forms of extraterrestrial life. And you, on the other hand, a direct line of communication to an advanced alien species, and you're annoyed?
He's not you.
It's not the same when you don't have the choice.
Any scientist would kill to change places with you. I know I would.
Have you been seeing green spots in your eyes? Everyone's been infected with them but me for some reason. Got maybe a day before everyone goes blind.
Yeah.
A lot more of us aren't gonna make it now.
I'm working on a treatment, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But if people start panicking, none of us are gonna make it out if you're alive.
And Amos's reaction is so compelling.
I can't do this without you.
Yeah, I'll do what I can.
Now, this technique may seem
That's an interesting learning environment.
I'm sorry. I was overstressed and not myself this morning.
was wondering who that woman on our sofa was. The woman who didn't even want this job in the first place.
When Eris happened, I remember I felt so helpless. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Because you're scared for the planet? Or because you're not in control of the outcome?
Yes.
Both of those things. I need to lean on you during times like this.
I've never questioned the things you've done before. Because I knew you were doing them for the right reasons. This election isn't about you being right anymore. It's just about you needing to win. Would losing be so bad?
Excellent question.
I don't know.
It's an appropriate challenge.
Which is what scares me. That's why I need to win.
How far are you willing to go to find out?
As far as I have to.
Kind of scary answers. I like it. I think.
They remind me of Ganymede.
The guy who put him in's from there.
I miss Prax.
When Felsia was little, she'd make me take her to look at the mirrors above the domes. She wanted to figure out how they worked.
When my son was 5, that little guy, he wanted sand for his birthday.
Sand?
Sand.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a little sad.
I lost my family because I couldn't be the man that my wife and my little kid needed me to be. I could never make that right. You still have a chance to make it right. Make new memories with your kid instead of sitting around like me, hanging on to one moment that I got right. And they're fixing Ganymede and those busted mirrors right now. There's hope for you.
The mirrors.
The mirrors?
That's the answer. I think I know how to save the Bob. One time, Felsia and I saw a tug drone go out and manually raise a mirror when the thrusters failed. We could use the Rossi itself, right?
We'd be putting both ships at risk.
But could it work?
We still need something to connect the ships, and there's nothing on the Rosie we could use.
What about mining nets? We have some on the Bob.
For this not to be suicide, we gotta have some distance between us.
What if we take the nets apart and weave together a single cable that long? Could that work?
Wow. Hey, when your kid's life is on the line, you're gonna find some ingenuity and take on the risk. Let's go.
I said I don't want to talk to you.
You have to.
Just listen.
Mama's got an idea on how to save the Barb.
She does.
We're going to need you to deconstruct the mining nets and weld and weave them together into a single tow cable.
Yeah, we can do that. And we can't connect it to their nose. Our center of mass has changed because of all the lithium we're carrying. We'll need to build a gantry to provide a height to counterbalance everything. It could work. Do we have enough time to do all this?
We're going to find out.
Yep. Just gotta get started and find out, yeah? You'll definitely die if you don't try. So let's get to work. I love this plan. I like that mother and daughter are having to kind of work together using their mental prowess.
Obviously, things have changed. We need to maintain peace with the Belters so we know Dr. Okoye can treat us, and that means we're going to need to share off.
He needs them.
But if we do this right, this disaster is the best thing that could have happened to us. us. Wait out these settlers. This planet's ours.
You heard what Holden said. He's going to defend the Belters' claim.
Which is why I'm not putting my fate in the hands of a court. We have to silence Holden now.
No.
UN sent us to this planet to do research and to coexist with the Belters. It's in the company's interests if the Belters eventually cede their claim and any stake in the planet. My contract will give me 1% of the claim value after all the Belters have gone. That meant millions in lithium money. But if we can control the technology that Holden activated, this planet is worth hundreds of billions more. There's more than enough for the both of us. Things aren't going to end well on this planet for Holden. And I need to know that you've got my back when I make my move.
Please don't.
You've never had to pay for my loyalty.
Well, I thought so too.
Amos.
Your off-duty activities have given me reason to question you.
Amos is not a problem.
Leo!
Honestly, I don't know like where she's coming from completely. If I think that she's fully blindly gonna keep following Mercury, maybe that's the case. Maybe for her, Amos is just a fun distraction. But maybe she'll eventually be more loyal to Amos and Holden than Mercury. All right, what happened to Liam? Did the blindness take him, or did someone do something to him? Is the war about to begin?
Everybody stand back! Stay back! Let him go! Let him go, you can't kill my best friend! Then he'll be dealt with. He dies, you die.
Oh! The water definitely is what killed that guy. Not him. Oh, now he's in trouble too. Are those like green leeches? Guy, I'd stop standing in the water if I were you. Woo! What is that? Oh no. Oh crap. That's slime. Dangerous slime. And it just killed you.
No, don't touch.
Back up, back up, back up.
Those slugs. Help them.
They're everywhere. We need the protomolecule to wake up and wipe out the slugs, because this is our tomb otherwise.
Everywhere.
Yup.
Both track options are ready.
Let's do the second one.
Send in your Marines, General.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, it's more fun if we keep Marcos alive a little longer. I mean, he's a fun character. This is happening fast. They definitely don't have any time to react. Yeah, just be patient. Don't kill anybody unnecessarily.
What's happening? Do they have control of the ship?
They're moving to ops.
Oh no! What's happening? Oh no. I mean, I understand why they would immediately think that they would try to defend themselves. They don't know what's going on. Oh no, are they all wiped out?
This is UNMC-1, the Pazuzu. It's gone.
What happened? What happened? Did the whole ship is gone? That was a correct sentence. Or did the people on the ship just kill all of our men? Either way, this is bad for Officer Rala's. Well, it's bad for her. Even worse for her election campaign. Oh, crap. Okay, listen. I almost feel bad saying this, but it's like the worse things get for everybody, the more I love this show. I am really intrigued by this. I don't know whether to call it an infection or an infestation down here in the, what do you even call it, underground of Ilus? Inside of this proto-molecule building, and I am loving the way Mercury is trying to navigate and use the situation to his advantage. One, to keep peace with the Belters long enough to not die of the infection himself. Two, to get rid of them all so that he can have the biggest payday of his life. And I have to imagine he's genuine with wanting to bring Chandra along with him and into that. I'm very intrigued by him questioning her loyalty. Is she loyal to him, like truly to any extent? Or does her, I believe, very real feelings for Amos, will that play a role? It will play a role one way or another, whether it's to shift her loyalties or to make us really compelled and intrigued or outraged or something. I don't know. I'm very excited just to see where this goes. Amos and Holden, the whole dynamic of everything on Ilus, it's just really compelling, really engaging. And I'm sure Evie is trying to do the best. Evie? Elvie? Or her name. I'm sure she's trying to do the best that she can do to work with very little information as to what is it that is causing all of this and why is it Holden is immune. If one of those slugs fell onto Holden's face, would he still be immune, or would that overpower his system? Is it because of his connection to the proto-molecule and Miller that he's immune, or is it possibly because of the radiation that he experienced, all back when on Eros? I honestly, I don't know. It could be something else altogether, although I imagine it's something that ties into the plot of the show rather than here's a brand new reason that Holden is different or exceptional. He's actually Spider-Man. No, that would be weird. What? All in all, I am having a great time watching this season, and with, my gosh, 3 episodes left? Yeah, 3 episodes left. I can't. I need to know what's going to happen next. So I'll see you next week. We're going to find out. All right. Bye.